Alright, so today I want to show you guys my sleeping setup. Sleep is of huge importance when it comes to optimal health. We all know this. Sleep is one of those pillars that keep the house of health strong and sturdy. Along with diet, sleep plays a huge role. And for me, traveling around for the last few years, traveling a lot, it's not always been easy to get a good night's sleep because it's you're at the whim of your location, and maybe it's noisy, and maybe the bed isn't too comfortable, and etc. There are all these factors that needs to be stacked in your favor in order to get perfect sleep. And I want to start a video series that I'll be doing on a regular basis over the next year, where I do installments about sleep. So I'm thinking I want to share with you the different elements of good sleep and how to optimize the conditions for a good night's sleep. There are so many different factors like temperature in the room you're sleeping in, air quality, diet plays a huge role in terms of how you will sleep, activity plays a huge role in how you'll sleep, and then there's specific habits that you can cultivate that will improve your quality of sleep when you go to bed at night. So there are all these different factors that we can influence in our lives in order to get better sleep. And I want to share them with you because I've been passionate about this topic for years. Sleep is one of those things that I guess has been my weak link over the course of the last few years that I've been interested in health. And right now I'm in a position where I'm stable. I'm in one place, it's in Norway, and I have this room and I have this corner, which is my sleeping corner, where I can actually take charge of some of those conditions and optimize them depending on what I think is important. So without further ado, I want to announce this as the first installment in the video series about sleep. And today we're just going to take a look at my sleeping quarters, and I'm going to show you the different elements of my setup. Alright, so let's get right into it. Well, first of all, there's my bed. And I don't know if you can see it, but I made this bed out of pallets. So if I lift it up here, you can see it's made out of pallets, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pallets all the way down. And then underneath the pallets, some really hard cardboard, just because these little gaps between the planks on the pallet, I could sort of feel them through the mattress. So I just put a piece of cardboard there, and then on top of it I have 2 mattresses. They're very thin. They're like this thin when I press them together, just enough to make it soft and comfortable, but still it's firm, and that's an important factor. I mean, everyone has their preferences when it comes to firmness of the bed. Some people like it really soft, some people like it really firm, but I think the science points in the direction that firmer tends to be better. We don't want to sort of slump down when we're sleeping. So without getting into that, that's for another video. That's my bed. So pallets, cardboard, and 2 mattresses. Then, of course, I have my Duna, or I don't know what they call this in English, blanket or whatever, and my pillow. So that's it. That's my bed. It's perfect. The width is perfect for me because I kind of like to be able to, I don't want to be in like a narrow bed where I have to like turn over like that. I like to just turn over by just rolling, just rolling over, and having a wide enough bed to be able to just roll from side to side makes a big difference. So I'm really happy about this bed. Really cheap, just 3 pallets put on top of each other. Then next to my bed I have this other pallet, which is like my little table, where I have some things. So pretty basic things. It's just a few books. This book. And I also, at the moment, I'm reading a book about triathlon. Not that I'm really interested actually in doing triathlons, but I just want to hear about their perspective on training and a little bit of the philosophy, as well as interesting exercise physiology stuff. So. I also have here just a notepad. I like to sometimes make some notes, or just if I have some thoughts, I'll put them down when I'm in bed. And I'll get into the value of books, reading at night. I'll get into the value of that in a later video, because I find it very beneficial actually to just read for like 20 minutes before I go to bed, and I'll tell you all about it later. So that's my books. This is my next book coming up, Sage Candidate, signed copy. He sent me a signed copy because I'm one of his Patreon supporters. Super cool. So I'm going to read that later this summer. Then I have a light, of course, and the color of the bulb is very important, because some types of light, some frequencies of light rather, they actually block your production of melatonin. So you don't want that to happen. Melatonin is the sleep hormone, so it's important to have the right type of bulb. And then here I have a couple of earplugs. I am lucky that I don't have to use them nowadays. It's quiet here when I'm going to bed, and that means I don't need to use earplugs. But I have them there, you know, just in case some neighbor has a party or something is loud, then I can always put these in and get a really quiet night's sleep. I also have this, which is actually just like a long underwear, clean obviously, that I just put over the eyes if I need to. Nowadays it's the middle of summer, so it gets light like 4 AM, and I need to put this over my eyes. Even though I have blackout blinds on both windows, there's still a little bit of light slipping through, and I just put this on when it gets too light. So that's really it. Oh, one more really important thing that I'll make a complete different video about even, and that is my pee bottle or jar. I pee in a jar at night, so I don't have to go to the bathroom. I empty it every morning. Hugely important for me to be able to just get up, pee, and go back to sleep, rather than having to go to the toilet. We'll make a video about it. So that's my setup, that's my bed, that's my table, that's my books, my little tools. And I look forward to hearing your opinions. Maybe you want to share down in the comments how your sleep setup is. Do you read at night? Do you have a pee bottle? What about earplugs? You know, do you sleep on pallets? Do you sleep on the floor? Do you have a thick mattress? Tell me all about it. I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that already. Of course, you want to stay tuned for all those sleep related videos coming up. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you're having a good day, or maybe you have a good sleep if that's what you're about to do. Close the computer, go to bed, have a little bit of a read, and then get a good night's sleep. I sincerely think that if everyone on the planet invested more time and energy in optimizing the conditions for perfect sleep, wow, this world would be triple awesome, triple the amount of awesome it is today. Sleep is hugely important. Alright, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you around.